Nick Young and Andrew Bynum were briefly teammates with the Philadelphia 76ers. They were not able to share the court together as Bynum's injuries started piling up. Nevertheless, Young had a chance to observe the big man's rather weird behavior. Bynum was suffering from a knee injury upon his arrival in Philly. His knees got worse as time went on. From Young's point of view, it seemed that Bynum had given up on the rehab process. Young also shared some of Bynum's weird behavior featuring red loafers and a Ferrari. Andrew Bynum was cold though. He didn't care. He wore like the same red shoes with everything, like these loafers. I don't think he ever wanted to play at all because he was supposed to come back and then he went bowling or something like and tore his knee. He used to like driving his Ferrari that he couldn't fit in. He used to love Ferraris and racing, but he was outside the arena just doing donuts in the Ferrari in the snow. The GM was like, "What is wrong with him?" Like in front of the bus just doing donuts with a torn ACL, Young said. Bynum never played a single game for the 76ers. His next stop was the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he showed little signs of resurgence, playing 24 games. But his knee started to act up again, forcing the Cavs to let go of him. His final stop was with the Indiana Pacers, where he played 2 games in the 2013-14 NBA season. Bynum is one of those players who had a chance to be one of the best, but failed to do so because of misfortune. Bynum is just 34 years old right now. The last time we saw him play was in 2014 when he was 27 years old. History reveals that this is usually the age where players enter their prime, as they're at their peak physically and mentally. Unfortunately, those knee injuries were too much to handle for the big man. There were rumors Bynum was preparing to make a comeback to the NBA in 2018. Back then, he hired representation and was scheduling team workouts. Professional basketball trainer Chris Johnson posted a workout video on Instagram of Bynum in the gym. "Project I had to keep under wraps," the post reads. Two-time NBA champion Andrew Bynum is back and ready to make his return to the NBA. Unfortunately for Bynum and his fans, this did not happen. He will be remembered as one of 5 players from the 2005 draft to make an All-Star game along with Chris Paul, Darren Williams, David Lee, and Danny Granger. He was an All-Star in the 11-12 season before his career quickly fell off a cliff. Bynum was always considered extremely talented but difficult to coach. He would take plays off both on offense and defense, and especially at that time, you couldn't have your rim protector just not putting in the work. Coaches constantly had to be on top of him to make sure he performed, even fine him in front of cameras. Even the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar once shared a story of him training Bynum and trying to help him become a defensive player by watching a tape of Bill Russell. "When I was training Andrew Bynum, I told him, look, go on Facebook, watch Bill Russell block art. That's all you have to know about how to play defense." And Andrew started to get it, but he didn't stick with it. He wasn't interested. He wanted to take the engines out of cars. And that's how it worked out, said Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the Dan Patrick Show. Going back to Young's story, we can say it shows Bynum's headspace during his darkest times. Yes, misfortune played a part, but Bynum's disinterested behavior didn't help his cause. Was it a case of depression, or was Bynum simply done with his NBA career after that major setback? Whatever the case may be, Bynum still had a good career with 2 championship rings on his resume. Some spent over a decade in the league without winning one.